And through turn 12, Daniel Suarez is a NASCAR Cup winner. In Kansas, he was on his way to dinner with us, and there, it's a pinata.
What a win for Daniel Suarez.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Welcome to Shifting Gears. As you can see, Caleb is not with me this week. It's been another busy week, and so he won't be here this week. He'll be with us on the next time. That sounds terrible. I'm a terrible person by myself. Welcome to Shifting Gears. As you can see, Caleb's not with me this week. Hopefully he'll be back next time. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. I cannot do this. This is so stupid. Shifting right into first gear, should stage racing stay in NASCAR road courses? A lot of people are saying that they shouldn't. A lot of people say that they should just cut out the stage racing altogether for road courses so there can be more strategy. And a lot of people are saying keep the stage racing, but don't throw the caution at the end of the stage racing. If they do change it, that would be my option. Is do the stage racing, but don't throw the cautions at the end of each stage to add some strategy, because some people are pitting 3 laps before the stage ends, and then they've earned the stage win, but then they don't get credit for stage points. Like Kyle Larson, if he would have pitted in stage 1, he would not have won the stage 1. Obviously, somebody else would have that just randomly decided to stay out. But since he did stay out and won the stage, now he's mired all the way back at the end of the pack and has to fight his way back in stage 2. Me personally, there's something that's got to be fixed there, but I think you should keep the cautions at the end of stage racing, and here's why. I do not like Sonoma road course. It's my least favorite road course. I still like it. It's not like it's a bad track, but it's before stage racing, I didn't really watch much of Sonoma racing until probably closer to the end because it's so boring. Nothing happens. There's no cautions. There may be a couple spins here and there, but it's a road course, so there doesn't have cautions come out. There's not really many of those. I mean, it's 2 or 3 cautions max a race if they just go through the whole time, and it just leads to boring racing. It's going to go for lower ratings. Nobody's going to want to watch it. Maybe they'll watch the beginning, skip the middle, and watch the end. That's the whole reason they put stage racing in NASCAR to begin with, is because people weren't watching the middle of the races. And quite frankly, I don't want that. I think there should still be some cautions there just to add some restarts and stuff. I don't know how to change it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what my fix to that would be as far as strategy goes, but I think they still need to throw the cautions just to add some excitement, some restarts in there. Because if they don't, here's the straight matter of fact of it. If they don't throw caution at the end of the stage, there's going to be a caution 10 laps later for debris because it's boring. That's just how it's going to be. So you might as well just go and take the caution when you know it's going to come out and go from there. That's just my take on it. But let me know what you guys think. Shifting right into second gear here is I want to grade Fox's NASCAR season, because this was the last race with Fox this year. And the thing is, I really have no idea what I think about Fox, because I like Clint Boyer in the booth. I think he can be really good at times, but there are some times he can kind of struggle and kind of be painful to listen to, depending on the situation. I loved the guest analysts that come in every single week. It's really nice and exciting to see who they're going to get for the next week. And I like how they announced it just a week or two beforehand, so you never knew. It kept you on the edge, made you want to watch to see who they're going to have next week. My favorite was Dale Earnhardt Jr. in there, but of course he's with NBC. So my second favorite, and who who I wish will come back for the full time next year, is Jamie McMurray. I think he did an amazing job in the booth. That was cool. And of course, Mike Joy is always really good. Commentating wise, I would give them pretty good score. Actually, it's not bad. But Fox, it's like I don't really know how to. It's like they miss every single wreck, and every single time something exciting is about ready to happen, they go to commercial or cut to a different part of the race, and it's just like I'm not being able to watch the race like I would like to, and see everything I'd like to, because they keep cutting away from it, or they have extreme close-ups on the cars. Like I don't understand why they do that. Or for example, even when they win, go back to Ross Chastain's win at Talladega. They're interviewing Ross Chastain and they have the camera on the ground pointing up. That's like the worst camera angle ever. Who wants to see this? You know what I mean? It's just dumb. That's dumb. It's like they don't understand. They don't know how to broadcast the show. I don't understand that. So overall, I'll have to give him a C. Just right average C. Commentating kind of brought it up above average. The broadcast itself and the camera angles brought it below average. So I'm just gonna right there, even C. So I'm really hoping that NBC does a lot better with their broadcasting. And their racing and getting ready to show everything. Really hope they do better with that, and I hope Fox can fix whatever that is they can fix next year, because I like watching it on Fox, but sometimes it's just painful to watch because they miss everything. Shifting right into third gear here is the Hendrick car's trouble, Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. Kyle Larson, of course, had, I told you, he won stage 1, which is great, but that sent him in the back for stage 2, and he just could not really make his way up there too quickly with no cautions. Again, why I think they should have cautions on their stages. He couldn't really make his way back up there too much, but then he started to make his way up and then had a tire come off. His right front tire came loose. That will be a 4-week suspension for crew chief, tire changer, and jackman. We may talk about that at a later date, but something's got to change with the penalty there, because I don't know. I don't really know if it's working or if it's justified, because now they're going to have some backup guy that's even worse probably at a pit crew than that, and what's to say that mistake won't happen again? I mean, the best guy that they had is now suspended. So I don't know, there might need to be some type of change there, but that's for a later date. And of course, Chase Elliott, problems again on pit road. They said on the broadcast his pit crew's fast. It's always fast. One of the top ranking as far as fast it goes on pit road, but they've got to be up there on mistakes too. It seems like I don't remember the last race. I mean, I guess Dover, since he won on Dover, but I don't even remember. Maybe he had a problem there too. I don't really remember the last race that Chase Elliott did not have some type of problem in the middle of the race. As far as goes to spinning out, pit road problems, whatever the case is, he just always has a problem, and especially this year. And I don't really know. I'd say maybe 3 races this year, and I don't know. I didn't do the research. I could be completely wrong, but I'd say maybe 3 or 4 races max that Chase Elliott this year has not had some type of issue during a race, and that's just, it's you get to the point where it's like, okay, come on, stop making mistakes, stop making them. I mean, they wanted to make sure the left rear tire was tight, which is great. Don't want to lose tire on there, but even backing up, he didn't back up all the way in his pit box, and I mean, it was under green flag pit stops when that happened. He would probably come out 8th. He would have, because that's what place he was in. But now he had to start at the back. He probably had a shot at winning the race still, even with the issue with the left rear tire. But because they didn't back him all the way up in the pit box, he had to start at the back, and he ends up finishing 8th. But he probably would have done a lot better. So there needs to be more communication. They need to do something. They do not need to touch that car and work on it unless it's completely in the box. That's plain and simple. That's for everybody. But of course, this happened with Chase Elliott this week, so I'm pointing it out. That's with everybody. There's no excuse why they should be working out of the pit box. They just need to work, except they're in a hurry, going way too fast. Okay, you end up costing yourselves more than just backing it up a foot or 2 more. And so, I don't know, something needs to get fixed there. And that brings us to shifting into 4th gear here. Daniel Suarez's win. We knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time when Daniel Suarez was going to win. He finally gets it done at a road course. And, of course, he was my underdog coming into the race. I just had a feeling that he was going to win, and he pulled it off. And it was great. I mean, it's a great win. The 5th if I heard this correctly, the 5th foreign-born driver to win in NASCAR, first from Mexico, I believe. So it's really awesome. As far as diversity in the sport goes, I would love to see more people from around the world come in NASCAR and be successful. I want to see more diversity in the sport. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be really, really good, and I think it would help the sport. So it's awesome to see Daniel Suarez win. Trackhouse now has still undefeated on road courses this year. Of course, there's only been 2 of them, but they both have won. They've won both of them, so that's great. That's the 3rd win this season for Trackhouse. I have no idea how they're doing so good, and 2311 is doing so bad. But I don't know. Maybe it's just a Chevy. Who knows? Who knows? But 2311 needs to get something figured out. Bubba Wallace blew up with 10 laps in the books. That's it, and he already blew an engine. So, got to get something figured out there. But Trackhouse is on a roll. Awesome win for Daniel Suarez. And that brings us to the 5th and final gear here, and that's just the race overall, like normal. Overall, like I said, Sonoma is my least favorite road course. It's an average Sonoma race. I mean, it just really is what it is. Not really a lot happened. They just ran 110 laps, threw a couple restarts in there, and that was about it. I mean, not a lot happened. As far as drama goes, there's a little bit of drama with Chase Elliott, like I said, on pit road and losing some spots there. Kyle Larson losing a wheel, and Bubba Wallace blowing up. And that was basically all the drama we had. Not really much of anything. If you're a Daniel Suarez fan, you think it's the best race in the world. But if you look at a casual fan perspective, it was just average. It's typical Sonoma race, average, not a lot of anything. And so I would be 100% for them going away from Sonoma and putting like something like Canadian Tire, that road course there, or really any road course in Canada. If they replace that with a road course there, I'd be 100% for it. Sonoma, traditionally wise, probably needs to stay on schedule, but if they got rid of it and went to a different road course, I would not be upset. Simple as that. I don't really like Sonoma that much, to be quite honest with you. But it wasn't a bad race, but it wasn't necessarily a good race. Because it was a first-time winner and the win was so special, I bump it up maybe 5 points, but 5-10 points maybe. I'm gonna give it 55%. That's how what I give this weekend. It was honestly, I could have taken a nap during the race and woke up and we'll watch the last few laps and I would have been just fine. So that's about how it was. They're off weekend next week. So the next race will be Nashville. SRX series starts up in this next week. Can't wait for that. That should be exciting. Trucks at Knoxville. Hopefully they have a better showing than they did last year. Last year was just a wreck fest. But I do like it when it's a little bit more wrecks, just because it shows how much on the edge and how much they're trying to win, as long as it's not every single truck wrecking. Last year was maybe a little too much, but we'll see. It should be exciting, should be good. But so still some racing next weekend, but just not for the Cup Series. But I'm looking forward to it. But that'll do it for the Shifting Gears this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Tell us what we can do better, and we will see you next week.